I'm Amy May. I've been on Mounjaro for 115 weeks and 4 days. I've lost 80 pounds and I am struggling. Maintenance is really difficult. I was debating whether or not to make this video because I thought, I could just do a Q&A because there's always questions left unanswered. But I don't know because I've always been honest with you guys. And I had a comment earlier and they were like, you're my inspiration. And that is lovely. That is lovely to hear. That's very kind. But also it makes me feel like a fraud because I'm struggling. This is really difficult. And I kind of thought, I think the reason that I didn't want to make this video was because I was like, well, people are just going to be like, you've been saying this for the past 6 months, love, and nothing's changed. But that is the reality. Ever since December, I've been really struggling. I've not been doing what I should be doing. I think maybe probably 6 months ago I made a video and I was like, I'm going to start counting macros. I'm going to start counting carbs. That never happened. And to be fair, I didn't pretend it was happening, but that was my big sort of goal. That I didn't count carbs once. I've never counted carbs in my life to this day. And it's just really, really, really difficult. It's really difficult. And the past 6 months I've been stuck in a rut and I've not been able to get out of it. And that's why I haven't really been uploading the past few weeks, because I'm just kind of like, what is there to say? It's me again, still not doing good. Do you know what I mean? Especially when people comment, they're like, you've inspired me. And I like hearing that. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to flatter my ego too much, but it is nice to hear that people have took inspiration from me. But I'm not the woman that I was 2 years ago. I'm not as inspiring as I was. I'm not standing on business like I used to, and I'm not putting the effort in that I used to be at the start. I don't feel like an inspiration right now because this is really difficult. I've lost 80 pounds. Well, from my lowest weight, I have put weight on. I know I've spoken about this before because there was a period when I stopped sharing my weight with you. And to be honest, there was a long time when I just didn't weigh myself for a bit because I didn't like what I saw, essentially. And I think the last video I did was a little blind box haul, because I've somehow gone down the rabbit hole of blind box collectibles. And to be honest, one of the main reasons that I did that blind box video is I think because recently I've not been feeling myself at all. I've been feeling rubbish about myself, and so I slipped back into old habits where I want a sort of dopamine hit. I want a bit of immediate release. So for example, when I was obese, 2 takeaways a night, do you know what I mean? So I think I needed that dopamine hit, which means that I've slid back into the habit of just impulsively buying clothes online, and then obviously I bought those 5 blind boxes, which, don't get me wrong, I don't regret that. They are very cute, but there was no need for that. That came out of nowhere. I've never been a blind box collector in my life. I bought 5 at once. Don't regret it, and I'll probably show you them in the next video. But now I've downloaded Vintage because the thinking was, I've got clothes to sell, I'll download Vintage, right? Instead of actually listing anything on Vintage, I've been making offers left, right and centre on everything going because I want that dopamine hit. Because the thing is, I do a lot of things impulsively. I have been diagnosed with ADHD. I don't know if that plays a part, whatever. But I've always been impulsive. I've always been very impulsive. And I've always chased that dopamine hit, that immediate release, that sort of immediate satisfaction, right? So I've not sold any clothes. I've just impulsively bought. Because the thing is, right, with me, with anything, everything's impulsive. I'll do it in the moment. I bought Mounjaro impulsively, right? The first ever time. I'll do something in the moment, I'll buy it. Thing is, if I just sat down and waited 20 minutes, the urge would have gone, the urge would have left, right? Again, could be ADHD, could just be me making excuses, yeah? But everything I do is impulsive. I get urges and it's like I can't rest until I've filled that urge. But if I had actually forced myself to stop, 20 minutes later, I wouldn't be arsed. I wouldn't want it. So I think I've been slipping back into old habits regarding impulsively buying stuff that I don't need. And I can feel myself slipping because I want that dopamine hit, I want that release, right? And I think the reason I've been doing that is because recently, the past 6 months, I've not been trying. I've not been doing anything I said I'd do. About 2-3 months ago, I joined the gym. I've been twice. And also the first month in the gym, I said at the time I had to pay a £10 joining fee. So I paid £43 for my first month from that gym, and I went once. And then I went once last week. And it's been nearly 3 months since I joined that gym. But the thing is, it's all, you know, this is why I almost didn't make the video, because I can sit here, you don't want, I feel, weeks, like back to back, it's me going, I know what I should be doing, but I'm not doing any of it. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm not expecting sympathy. Like, I know why I'm not getting results. I know why I've put weight on. And that's another thing as well. I think impulsively buying clothes, obviously because I want the dopamine release, but then the clothes that fit me 6 months ago when I was at my lowest recorded weight, they don't fit me anymore. And I think that's really messed with my psyche. I think that's really messed with my head, if I'm honest. Because now I order clothes and I'm like, oh no, as opposed to when I was obese, I'd get like the biggest size possible. But now it's like my brain isn't computing that I've put like £10 on, and my brain's like, oh no, you can get this small, you can get the extra small. No, you can't. No, you can't. And then obviously I order it, and then when it doesn't fit me, I'm like, and that just messes with my psyche more, but I'm still not doing anything about it. So what am I expecting? This is what I mean, like, I'm not expecting sympathy from this video, but I've always been honest with everyone, and I'm not ashamed. No, I'm disappointed in myself. You know, when they're like, oh, you know, you've let me down, you've let them down, but most importantly, you've let yourself down. That's how I'm feeling at the moment. That's how I'm feeling, but I'm not doing anything about it. So I didn't want to make this video because, like, I have had so many lovely, kind comments saying, like, you know, you're inspiring, like, you've really motivated me and all this. And now I'm sat here, like, I'm having takeaways, I'm drinking wine, I'm not exercising. I'm not the woman I was, like, I don't know, I've really got stuck in a rut, and that's why I think I haven't wanted to make these update videos. Because I'm not, do you know what I mean? There's no point me going, yeah, I'm not getting results, but I'm also not doing anything about it. Like, no one wants to hear that. No one wants to see that on their screen, because they're like, well, what do you want us to do? I get that. But yeah, I've been avoiding doing an update video. 6 months ago, I came up with a plan, and then, you know, a few weeks later, I looked you in the eye and I said, I always fail when I've got a plan, so I'm not going to have a plan. And, you know, then it will work. I'm not even going to say anything right now. I'm not going to promise you anything. I'm not even going to promise you the bare minimum. Like, I'm stuck in a rut. I've been feeling down. I've actually been quite conscious as well about my body and about my roles. Like, my body image issues have resurfaced, I think. Because it's mostly mental, I'm not going to lie. Like, regardless of whether I've put X amount of pounds on, it's in my head. It's in my head. And then it doesn't matter what you weigh when it's in your head, because what you're seeing, like, do you know what I mean? The weight isn't the issue. Like, the scale, the number on the scales, it's how I see myself right now. And the past few months, I think my sort of self-image is kind of gone like that. And so I think I've been buying clothes left, right and centre, and I've been buying little trinkets, little collectibles that I don't need left, right and centre to try and make me feel better about myself, instead of actually laying the groundwork and doing the basics. So yeah, I didn't want to make this video, but I'm going to make this video. Yeah, I don't know what the plan is from here. There isn't a plan, clearly. And if I come on here in a month's time and say, do you know what, lads, I've put another few pounds on, and I'm still not doing anything about it, like, it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? I could ask that you show me grace, but I don't expect it. And that's another thing as well. I've struggled with body image my entire life. I've had people commenting on my body my entire life. And then, you know, when I was at my lowest weight, I think it was like 7 stone 2, 7 stone 1. Bearing in mind, I'm 4'11", so a healthy BMI range for me is 6 stone 8 to 8 stone 11. But then a few months ago, when I was at my lowest weight, I don't know why I've done this, when I was at my lowest weight, people were commenting like, you've gone too far, you're too skinny. And then now, but even now, like, someone commented on a video the other day saying like, you're too thin, you're far too skinny. I am 7 stone 10. I am 7 stone 10 at 4'11". I am at least in the middle of the healthy BMI range. Like, too thin, where? Is too thin in the room with us? Is too thin present? Like, can we put out a bolo on too thin? Like, honest to God. But again, that's messing with my psyche, because I'm not happy with the way I am at the minute. But obviously a large aspect of that is mental. It doesn't matter what I physically look like, it's in my head. But then some people are saying, oh, you're too thin, you took it too far. It's like, I'm 7 stone 10. I'm 7 stone 10, and the jeans that fit me 6 months ago don't fit me. Can we get that bolo on too thin? Can we put up posters? Because she ain't here. Like, and I think that's why I've been buying more clothes, to make me feel better about myself without actually putting the effort in to do the right things to fix it. That's that. I honestly thought this was going to be like a 2.5 minute video, but I've rambled, but I'm just going to cut it out. I think I just need to, because I think I've said the same thing several times. Yeah, I'll see you again shortly. And if anyone locates too thin, can you please let me know, because I'd like to have a word with her.